And also today, a judge rejecting Trump's attempt to have the defamation suit brought by the writer E. Jean Carroll tossed out, and in the process, releasing portions of Trump's deposition transcript. Here's what Trump said when asked a very simple, straightforward question about consent. Kaplan, the lawyer, says, "Have you ever kissed a woman without her consent?" Trump says, "Well, I can't think of any complaints, but no, I don't think so. I think it's an inappropriate question, but I don't think so." Kaplan says, "Have you ever touched a woman on her breast or her buttocks or any other sexual part without her consent?" Trump's lawyer, objection to form. Trump says, "Well, I'll tell you no, but you may have some people like your client that lie." All right, joining us now is the MSNBC legal analyst Barbara McQuade, a former United States attorney and a law professor at the University of Michigan Law School. Barbara, what does this mean? The fact that this transcript was released and what it says in it.
Well, it's interesting, Ellie. I don't know that there's anything in it that suggests that Donald Trump is or more or less culpable in the civil defamation case or the new statute passed by New York State than he was before. But it does expose boorish behavior. It exposes his worldview as treating women as objects. And it also suggests that he may be worried that there are some women out there who are claiming that he has touched them inappropriately. You know, those answers I thought were so interesting. I'm sure most men could answer the question whether they've ever touched someone inappropriately and say, no, unequivocally, no. And he says, well, no, unless you've got some liars out there who say so.
There's also, as a prosecutor, this is an important point because he was also asked in which he was asked about a statement in which he said about E. Jean Carroll, she's not my type. So the lawyer said, when you say not my type, the point of saying she's not my type is to persuade people that you didn't rape her because she wasn't attractive enough. Donald Trump then goes on to say she's not my type. I wouldn't be attracted to her. That's why I wouldn't rape her. As a prosecutor, we're clear that rape is not an attraction thing.
Absolutely not. And it's really an insulting thing to say and to suggest that it is. It is not about physical attraction. It is about dominance and power. Sexual assault is a crime of violence. And so to suggest that it has anything to do with attractiveness or dating or romance or anything of the kind is really an insult to all of the survivors of sexual assault.